And some guys asking, Luba, our Ukrainian ladies are passionate. It depends on you. Like if you turn her on, if you burn her, like not on a word.
All right, it's just got weird.
If you something with her, like if you give her some spice,
okay.
you know.
This is your idea to do this video, not me.
So we're going to talk about the demands that these Ukrainian women have in regards to a relationship with a man, with any man. I'm not just talking about with Western men here, even though, you know, we do have a matchmaking company which helps Western men meet women from Ukraine. So Luba's written a big list here of demands that she will need to have fulfilled.
I will not call it demands. Basically, it's something that you should expect by dating a Ukrainian lady. Not even dating. I actually put it here more about like what you should expect from her in relationship when you get to know each other or even living together. So, and Striker said like it's what she expecting. I said no, it's what he expecting.
Yeah, she said, well, he needs to expect that. And I said, but she's expecting it, so he has to give it.
Yeah, but it's not like, I think it's, you can be judge. So we actually wanted to make this video as a comparison with the Western world. But then we realized that all of you have their own experience, but you have your own concerns. So I will speak from a Ukrainian point of view, and you can put either in comments or just compare it with your previous relationship. So it will help you because every guy has a different experience, right, with a Western woman. So we want you to be a judge on this one.
And I'll sit here and make unruly comments. Unruly jokes about this.
So first of all, a lot of our guys, when we have a strategy call, they are asking about like something is really triggering them and worry that I couldn't understand before. It's something about children. Will she stay at home? I want her to be with the children. I want her to stay with children as long as possible. I don't want her to be career oriented. For me, it was resonating because I can't understand. I can't understand like what does it mean. And then today with Striker, we checked together how long is a maternity leave in different countries, in New Zealand, in US, and in Ukraine. Because I knew that in Ukraine it is 3 years. And so nobody going anywhere, if you're working in a government structure or whatever, nobody go before these 3 years ended, they don't go to work. And so for us, I didn't know what the guys mean by she is going like too soon to work or she's like pursuing her career. So then we checked, and in New Zealand apparently it's 6-month maternity leave, and in United States it's 12 weeks that make it to 3 months, right? So, and then I realized finally after so many years of not understanding, like we checked today the statistic and we checked that, you know, in Ukraine is 3 years and nobody, like any lady is ready to give up her child before that. So this is something that you should not absolutely worry about. Of course, like there's an exception when the lady has her own business or she's like super like career oriented. Yes, maybe she will like want to keep going. Maybe she has her own shop or something. She will work. But in general, a lady wants to stay with a child. She will not let him go anywhere. And also Ukrainian ladies, like 70% of the ladies, I would say 100, but you know, sometimes it's a medical issues or like something, some personal preference that is very rare, they will breastfeed a child, and usually like up to a year or even year and a half. Somebody even longer, but that is an extreme case. So they will stay with children. You don't need to worry about that. So what should you expect from a lady? You should expect that she will take care of your children. She will take care of you, and she will take care of the house. I feel that you want to make some comment, and then I will say what I mean by taking care of the house. It's not just wiping floors and mopping floors.
No, I was just going to say that we all know, like that shouldn't be too much of a surprise, right? Because we all know that in the West there is a big push for women to become these boss babes, to be very career oriented, and to put children in daycare and things like that, right? So that's we could almost say that, I don't know if that's a cultural thing or if it's a societal thing. You know, maybe one part of it could be that it could be a financial thing perhaps, but I think it more leans on the fact that women are supposed to go out and work, and you know that's pushed, and it's not just pushed in one point, it's pushed in different aspects of life, and I think that's just one of them. So Luba's right, when guys say to a woman, you know, I want you to stay home, she's thinking, well, why wouldn't I?
It's exactly. It's like when he asking, I don't like when the guys say, "Will she stay with children?" I think, what are the other options? Like what else can be done? Yes, will she need some extra help? Like for example, Ukrainian ladies, like they always use help of babushkas, you know, of like grandmothers. And of course, somebody should help, because you can like literally lose your mind just staying like all day with a child. It's really, really difficult, and I know it's firsthand. But like you always need some help, but it doesn't mean that, you know, she will run away and like come back in 3 years. So the second thing that you should expect from Ukrainian lady, gentlemen, just wanted to invite you to our free Telegram community where you can get in touch with me and Striker directly, talk to our other subscribers, discussing some questions, having like a little community that we built where we share some interesting videos from daily life, some updates about the clients, about their trips, and answering all of your questions. So join the link down below and we see you there. Is that, or Striker will call it demand. Like she
What's
will
the next demand?
Demand is like healthy food. Healthy food and coffee machine. I will explain it in a second. So you can expect that she will cook for you. And even if you talk to the lady and she say, oh, I'm not really, like sometimes it's happening during the call, the lady say, I'm not really into cooking. Most of the time, and like it's stupid that the ladies say that, and like we're referring that to the video that ladies are clueless. You know, if you live by yourself, like especially like as a lady, what do you need? You ate some salad, you quickly made something. The same as with a guy. You're not staying there making borscht and making this and spending hours near the stove. And you know, but when all of our ladies, younger, older, when they're getting married, you have this like instinct. You want to surprise your man. You want to bake. All Ukrainian ladies are baking or cooking or doing something, trying new recipes. Like that is in their DNA. Like it's truly inside. And even if the lady right now tells you that she doesn't want to cook or she's not cooking, it doesn't mean that she will not do it for you. So this is expected from a Ukrainian lady to cook having a coffee machine. So in Ukraine, there is this culture of either like coffee to go or going with the girls for cappuccino, to drink cappuccino or latte.
Yeah.
So in US, it's different. You need a huge cup with a black coffee, no sugar or with sugar. Like and for us, it's a little bit different. So she will not understand that culture. Like, yes, we do have coffee to go, but it's like usually a kind of a small, like if you've been to Ukraine, you know, or even in Europe, it's a small cup with a lot of foam, and this is how we drink coffee. So she will prefer a good quality coffee. She will want it to be done professionally, and either you go somewhere and get it all the time, or you have a good quality coffee machine at home when she will make coffee for you when you go somewhere, and you will have your homemade coffee to go. And also what you can expect, it's lunch boxes. And some guys say like, it's embarrassing.
Can I just make a comment on that coffee thing there?
Okay.
Because I just remembered, like, when I was in Ukraine, there's coffee carts everywhere. They're everywhere. In the West, coffee is more kind of like, it's like a dessert sometimes. You know, you go to like Starbucks and they have these like double mocha, something or other, cappuccino, whatever. And it's a different culture of coffee. In Ukraine, they buy these tiny little cups of coffee on the street. And I always laugh at this because I'm not a huge coffee drinker. I have it sometimes, but I really don't care for it, to be honest. And I'd see these guys everywhere, and they'd be
massive guys.
These guys, you know, like Ukrainian guys, like some of them are huge. They're like security guards, right? They're just built that way in that part of the world. And they'd be standing around, like, you know, talking to each other, you know, all wearing black, of course, and like black scarf, black jacket, everything, you know, standing there massive, like 7 foot tall. And they've all got these tiny, like it's like a shot of coffee. And and I used to laugh. I just think it was like the funniest. It was such a contrast between, you're expecting to be holding, I don't know, a beer or something. But he's not, he's holding this little white cup of coffee, and they're all sitting around. They got the little stick poking out of the top. It used to be quite funny.
There's a different culture, you know. There's a coffee culture, and not every lady, like you will expect that she will have a lot of tea at home, and you need to find her a Tijuana that you have in US, and she will buy some not powder tea.
Instant.
Like no, not instant. Like the one that I put. Like, and the leaves are flying.
Yeah, I don't think instant's good. That's how much I know about coffee.
About tea. But anyway, not the tea bags. So that is what you can expect. And for example, like if you work and you need some lunch, she will make lunch for you. And this is something that it's very cultural. She will just do it just because it is. And I know that guys really love it and they respect it and they appreciate it. But it's something that you can expect. But another thing I want to say, it's about restaurants. So it's a completely different culture. We discussed with Striker, like we come to a little bit disagreement about that. No, we didn't. No,
I don't recall any recent disagreements.
okay. You see how we find out to navigate them, but figure it out. But the restaurant culture is a little bit different. On the West, you go quickly to have some breakfast in some like Wendy's, you know, for like, maybe you will blame me now for that, but I know that a lot of guys, they get some crepes.
They go to get pancakes and maple syrup. That's
maple
an
syrup,
thing.
or maybe some omelet, or like fried eggs with bacon. And this is like, they consider like kind of like they went out to eat, or in the evening they go to some close like next door restaurant to have some quick food. And it's not necessarily fast food, maybe it's a good one, but Ukrainian lady, she would prefer to stay at home for breakfast, like or like make breakfast.
Prefer or demand?
Demand. No, like if it is something. I mean, I know that the culture is different, but for example, if we go for breakfast, we usually go to a very nice place with some nice view once a month, you know, or once a week. It depends on or once 2 weeks, like it depends on the financial situation or preferences of each family. But that is something special. Rather than that, they eat at home, they cook at home, and it's not difficult to make fry eggs or bacon at home, and it's not a big deal, and not waste money on that. So they would be upset to do that all the time, but they would rather prefer to go once a week or once a month to a nice restaurant, because restaurant for Ukrainian lady, it's not about food, it's about experience. It's about experience. It's about trying something new, eat from a nice plate, get an interesting serving, trying different kind of sushi. So it's not about buffet when all you can eat or something. It's more about like getting this experience of interesting place, dressing nice, first of all. Dressing your new dress, show it around. So that is something that you can expect that she will demand. Okay, does it make sense?
Yep.
And what else? What should you expect? You should expect that she will want to go home. She will want to go home, and for every couple, go home, not forever, but like she will want to travel home like once a year, once every year and a half, or it depends on the situation. Like every couple is different, but in general, you need to have this idea that like you will have a common vacation once a year, and she may go to Ukraine by herself. Usually how our couples are doing that, they going together, for example, so he can meet the family, he can meet mother-in-law, like everything, not during the war, of course, but, and then he's going back to work to US and stay there, but she stay in Ukraine for usually a month. The reason for that is because no matter how many years Ukrainian lady live in the United States, she will still go to her gynecologist that she using since the 13 years old. You know, she will go to do the health checkup. She will go to the dental work and etc. She will bring you to the dentist as well, and so she will need that to do. And this would be like this travel would be so much cheaper to do and do everything in Ukraine rather than do it on the West. Of course. Every situation is different. Everybody is adjusting. But I'm telling you, like in general, what should be expected. And another thing that some guys are sometimes, they skeptical, critical about that, but she will speak on the phone. She will talk on phone a lot with her either mom or her best friend. She will need it, and it's not that she doesn't want to talk to you. It's not that she doesn't, like she ignoring you, but that is her only way and resource of communication. Maybe she will speak with your adult children, I don't know, but she will speak because that would be her connection with Ukraine.
Mm-hmm.
And
okay.
She also will iron your shirt. Like we was thinking put it or no, but like it's funny how the guys commenting on that. Like the ladies, like in Ukraine, it's a huge thing about ironing. Like we can't wear anything with wrinkles. Like it's really like, wow, it's something like my grandmother like would be very angry with me if we ever leave home with anything wrinkled. And they always like Ukrainian ladies hate it. And so thanks God nowadays there's these steamers you can get and everything, but everything will be always ironed, clean, fresh, and you will always look.
That's not really a demand, is it? That's just her daily tasks.
But it's what he can expect. It's not what you should expect. It's like when you made this the topic, but it's something that you may expect, that you can expect, that you will experience with Ukrainian lady, because a lot of guys, like we also like Striker just read that ladies in Ukraine, their goal is to be married for a long time. They want to find relationship, right? What you read there.
What I wrote here. Yeah, well, let me explain it. Yeah, so there's a difference. Maybe we'll talk about it in another video, but there's a difference between the Western mentality, and we didn't want to make this video about Westerners, Western women versus Ukrainian women, because like Luba said, everyone's experiences are different. This is just how it is, and you can compare it to your Western experience, right? But there's a difference between the dating strategy in the West and Ukrainian women. And in the West, there are short-term dating strategies, which is just go out, have a good time. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Maybe she has a couple of other boyfriends, whatever it is. It's short-term. The reason that it's short-term is because in Ukraine, or as opposed to a long game strategy, because in Ukraine, the future is uncertain. The country is uncertain. They don't know what's happening. And I'm not just talking about now. I'm not even really talking about now at all, but in the past. So what they're looking for is they're looking for some stability with a man. And so they're thinking of the future. Not just the future like next week, what are we doing next year, or if it works out, we'll see. She's thinking about the future for the rest of her life, because then she has some stability and she knows what is happening. So that's a huge difference there. What point was that?
No, it was about will she, like some guys say, like, oh, I'm so worried that, you know, she will live with me for 2 years and she will leave me, and she, like, it's a wrong mentality to think. Like, we usually have this request, like, during the strategy call, like, it's a wrong mentality to have. Ukrainian lady, if you're a good man, if you're maintaining a relationship, like, I don't know any Ukrainian woman that would leave a good man.
That's such a, I hate seeing these comments and I hate hearing it. It's like, why would you be with a Ukrainian woman? She'll just get up and leave you. So that's your mentality. Like, you may be saying it out loud or writing in a comment, but that's your mentality. What you're doing is you're projecting outwards what is inside. So basically what you're saying, that there's a very good chance that a woman would leave me. Where if that is your mentality, there's something clearly wrong with you. If your mentality was, I work hard, I go to the gym, I take care of myself, I take care of her, she's never bored, she's not looking anywhere else, I have a good life with her, you should be thinking, if she leaves me, she's the one that's missing out, because I am so freaking amazing and I'm the best person in the world. That's how it should be, but there's such a position of weakness, and it's like, you know, women can sniff that on a man. And if you believe that deep down inside, that a woman is going to leave you after 2 years, so I'm not going to do it, she probably will, because she can sniff that on you and think this man is weak and I'm going to.
And he smells funny. But
well, that's another issue. But that one's easy to fix.
But if you've done assent, she will not leave you. I promise. Like, she will not leave you if you've done assent and you're not.
Women do not leave good men.
No, why would you leave a good man? Like, I don't know. It's so difficult to find a good man. Like, it's almost like it's. I don't want to offend our guys, but it's almost impossible to find a good man. And then when you find it, why would you leave it? Like, why?
Yeah.
Like, no, you stay. But it's another thing. But
Yeah,
another thing that you should expect from her, and that is very important. I think that some guys not expecting that, but they should.
Is it a demand?
It's a surprise. So Ukrainian ladies, and that is the difference, right? Like, they stay fit, but to stay fit, you need to go to the gym. So when she will come to US, she will want, and even if she's not in US before that, she will have her hobbies and interests. And some hobbies are very strange, like maybe she like to, you know, not strange, but like they just have a lot of different hobbies.
Taxidermy.
Что?
That's like when you take a dead animal and you fill it with cotton wool and you put it on the wall. They don't do it?
Ah, that's why it smells funny here. Yeah. So, like, no, how it's called?
Taxidermy.
No, I never heard of that. I know what it is, but I didn't.
Well, I don't know if they do it.
But anyway, like something like that. But no, not to that extreme. She would like to go to dancing class. She would like to go to the gym. She would like to go singing. She has a lot of, like, she will want to learn new stuff, like how to do like some handmade. Maybe there would be some workshop of some ceramic to do or something. She will want to do it. Like, she will want to go to the theater. She will want to maybe experience some museums. She will expect that you go somewhere and show her around the United States. Maybe it's a road trip, maybe you fly, maybe something. Every situation is different, every relationship is different, but that she will be not just staying at home and looking in one hole, that is 100% sure. And you need to understand that, because some guys, like, they do have a lot of hobbies and they say, Luba, I want her to go one way, I go another way, and we meet at home, like, you know, once in a while. And it's important in a relationship. You can't always do together. But at the same time, like, you can't, if you're not having any hobbies, you can't expect her to be there just sitting. But what she will also expect, and what you should expect, is that, for example, if there is a dancing classes, a lot of ladies, they adore tango class or bachata class or salsa class or zumba class. Zumba is not a pair, but like if it is like salsa or something like pair, she will want to go with her partner. And some guys are clumsy, they don't like dancing, they can't imagine them dancing, but it's important for her. Like she really wants to go. And there's like, why it's so bad? Nobody gonna judge you. And even if you dance not so well, but it's another extra time to just like touch each other, right? Why not?
That's quite a demand.
It's a demand. That's it. That's
But
it
yeah,
for
that
now.
stuff here, like she needs to do all this stuff, because the worst thing you can do is that a woman get bored, because you'll end up one of those guys that says in 2 years she's going to leave me because she's bored. So
Yeah, if she's bored, if she has this energy, if she has this power, if she has this passion, and some guys asking, Luba, are Ukrainian ladies are passionate? It depends on you. Like if you turn her on, if you burn her, like not on a word,
all right, it's just got weird.
if you something with her, like if you give her some spice,
Okay.
you know,
This is your idea to do this video, not me.
she
I'm just
will
sitting
be
here.
she will be with you for a long time. But their relationship, like I strongly believe, it's not a work of one person. It's always a combination. It's two people, right?
Yeah,
Two.
there usually is two. Yeah, how do you, it's throwing me off now. So how does that compare?
Blush.
How does that compare to, say, a Western woman? We don't want to say, I mean, because I've had Western relationships, and these don't all apply to the Western relationships that I've had, but some of them do. So we just wanted to share that with you anyway, because to know what the demands are, or the expectations are, you know, you're equipping yourself with a little bit extra knowledge.
I'm just checking if your shirt is ironed.
Well, if it's not, you know who to blame.
Okay, guys, yes, put your comments and tell us what you experienced, because of course I believe that, you know, not all the Western women are bad. Like I'm sure that, you know, somebody was making you lunch and somebody was taking care of children.
Yeah.
So not everything is bad, but this is something that Ukrainian ladies will provide. It comes with their default settings.
Yeah, maybe if you're dating like a super, let's talk about that. Maybe just quickly, if you're talking about super young women, like, well, super young, but like, you know, like say
Under 18?
20, no, but if you're talking like 20 to 25, maybe these things won't be as,
Visible
that maybe these demands won't be there. There'll be other demands.
will be other demands.
Anyway, that's all for now.
We'll
See you
see you
later.
next one.